the last round when they beat the Premier League champions Manchester City. Today they had to take on the cup holders. Steve Wilson was at Arsenal.
Brazilian defender Gabriel makes his Arsenal debut, having joined from Villarreal in the transfer window. Alexis Sanchez also starts, despite getting a kick to the knee on Tuesday against Leicester, when Arsene Wenger said he was not himself. Borough include Patrick Bamford, who, like defender Kenneth Omeruo, is on loan at Middlesbrough from Chelsea. Borough with 6 consecutive wins on their best run for 20 years. This is George Friend for Middlesbrough. Gabriel to Cazorla. Chambers in field, Olivier Giroud. Clayton got a foot in, that's a free kick. Clayton leaving Giroud in a heap. Well, Mejias in the Middlesbrough goal, looking down a triple barrel here of Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil and Santi Cazorla, and it's Cazorla with the free kick. Decent save. He's doing extremely well at Middlesbrough. Aitor Karanka, having taken over in November of 2013. Santi Cazorla, Giroud, Cazorla, Giroud, Welbeck. Plenty in the middle here for Arsenal. Welbeck, Olivier Giroud curling, still in play, side netting. Alexis Sanchez on the follow-up. Slightly lucky here. Mejias in the Middlesbrough goal gets across well enough, but he's got to put that round the post. Alexis Sanchez following up, couldn't quite get it in, but the goalkeeper would have been red-faced if he had. Chambers to Gabriel, who will certainly know something about Middlesbrough's history, Gabriel, because he is a Paulista from Sao Paulo, as was Juninho, who was the last man to score a winning goal for Middlesbrough on this ground 11 years ago. Alexis Sanchez, lovely turn. Welbeck, Santi Cazorla, oh, great intelligent ball to Gibbs. Brilliant goal. Olivier Giroud scores it. That's a goal of rare quality. Oh, it's a peach of a goal. This is the ball here that goes into Kieran Gibbs. It's absolutely brilliant. Gibbs to Giroud. Could not have made it any easier for the Frenchman if he delivered it on a silver salver. Arsenal 1, Middlesbrough 0. And Olivier Giroud puts the cup holders in front. Well, now Middlesbrough are up against it, having had their resistance cracked by Arsenal. Great ball. Alexis Sanchez off after it. It's a corner. Ryan Frederick saying, I got the ball. Corner kick Arsenal, swung into Giroud, 2-0. 2 goals for Olivier Giroud in the space of not much more than 60 seconds. Razor sharp from the corner when perhaps Middlesbrough were a little slow in reacting. They're still setting themselves up for the corner, really. Kike on the near post didn't react quickly enough. Giroud got himself in front of him and volleyed it past Mejias into the back of the Middlesbrough net. 2-0 Arsenal. Well, Middlesbrough have won their last 6. They're going to have to go some to make it 7. Omeruo. Straight to Kieran Gibbs, and this is the danger. Arsenal have such pace and invention on the counter-attack. Mesut Ozil here. Alexis Sanchez, he's going to get there, and the goalkeeper did well and is helped out by Clayton. Well, he did do well, Mejias. The deflection was unkind to him, and it needed Clayton to get across and prevent it going in for a third. Adoma. Fredericks on the outside of him. Adoma might go alone, hit well. Wojciech Szczesny right behind it. It's the first save the Arsenal goalkeepers really had to make. No positive thinking here from Adoma. Gibbs. Handball. Santi Cazorla on this for Arsenal. Cazorla in Koscielny making the run, great save. I think it would have been an own goal. It's a great save from Mejias. There's Woody Harrelson watching on. How boring must it be every time you go to the pub, everyone says cheers. Here's Gibson. Koscielny, Thomas Rosicky. Walcott making a great run. Rosicky through to Theo Walcott, through on goal. Whoa, good save by Mejias. Well, that's 2 or 3 times now that the Spanish goalkeeper has kept the score down. Just perhaps didn't hit it quite as cleanly as he would have liked, Walcott. Well, Arsene Wenger has won the FA Cup 5 times. With Arsenal, only George Ramsay has won it as a manager more times than Arsene Wenger. Won it 6 with Aston Villa in the early days of the competition. Fredericks, that's a decent bit of play, and the header is back off the post by Kike. Unlucky. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game, but Kike is unfortunate not to get Middlesbrough on the score sheet. In the end, it was all over in the space of about 2 minutes. Olivier Giroud, whose cup runneth over today, Middlesbrough's cup run is over. Arsenal 2, Middlesbrough 0.
It's difficult to beat them, but I like to fight against them in the same way that we fought against Man City or Liverpool. And today, especially the first half, we haven't played in the way that I like.
I think Olivier Giroud has improved a lot compared to the player he was when he arrived here, and how mobile, coordinated, technically has improved a lot.
It's always about determination and try to keep it high and in my head, because it's my worst enemy.
Your head?
Yeah, am I ready? Am I ready or am I not?
He works with great focus in training, and he has become a top player.
The boss told me that I need to push myself a bit out of my comfort zone, if I can say.
You can. Thank you.
Well, Martin, if Olivier Giroud is encouraged to come out of his comfort zone, Arsenal were very comfortable today.
They certainly were. It sounds like the psychologist has been in, and you have to say Cazorla in that midfield with Ozil. Maybe it was interesting to see both of them in there together, but they were both magnificent. And really, to see Middlesbrough play the way they did after doing so well at Man City, they didn't really turn up.
We've looked at Cazorla an awful lot of times on Match of the Day and Match of the Day 2 this season, but when somebody pulls the strings like he does, you can't ignore him, so you have to look at him again.
It's impossible. Santi Cazorla ran the show for Arsenal today, and he's just full of ideas. He plays like he's playing in the park, you know, he's enjoying his football. Look at him running into the space. The weight of the pass there is absolutely brilliant timing. Ends up not quite happening in front of goal. Again here, high pressure on the ball, gets out of a tiny little situation, little 1-2, goes for the 1-2, trying to get in forward areas.
It's his strength as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but look at this. I mean, he's chipped it over him. He could play in the post box. It's unbelievable. You know, great little pass again, finds a red shirt.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look, he just picks the pass. Any ball he can play, left foot, right foot. The full repertoire is there. Look at this. He just wants to find this pass. He can see it, but he has the ability to pick it out as well. He's telling Gibbs, go on, get on your bike, get in there. Just creates the angle. And there's Giroud getting out of his comfort zone and putting the ball in the back of the net.
I tell you what, if he wins Player of the Year or anything, he could play in a post box engraved on his trophy, couldn't he? As far as Middlesbrough are concerned, you said they didn't cope as well with Arsenal as they did with Manchester City in their last round. The second goal that they conceded, neither of you were very impressed with.
Well, Karanka, the manager, I mean, it's as much about what you do on the training pitch, and this is just ridiculous. Look at Giroud here. He knows, he can see that KK is just switching off, and all he wants to do is run into that space. He can't believe his luck.
Should Kike be looking?
Of course he should. He should be being picked up. Friend just gives him acres of space. He runs into it and he punishes them. Look, they're all marking on the edge of the box.
And not only that, you've got Koscielny and Gabriel queuing up outside him anyway, ready to tap it in if he doesn't get there.
These are schoolboy errors, though. This all could have been prevented.
Yeah, I think you need, from a player's point of view, you need a little bit of responsibility. If you're out on the edge of the box, you're not going to be able to defend the goal and a ball into the box.
Players come back and have a rest, you know, and that's not good enough.
See defending a corner as the chance to take a breather.
It's got to be important. It's a habit you create within the club. It's OK passing the ball when you've got it, but when we haven't got the ball, switch in, tune in. Otherwise, you get punished. A lot of fans made their way down to London, a big trip for them. That game was over at that point. They made it too easy for Arsenal. OK,
we've still got one more match and a look back at Saturday's action, and then one more live game when tomorrow Preston North End host Manchester United with coverage on BBC One from 7:30. The draw for the quarter-finals will take place just before kick-off. And the live sport next weekend.
Do you like your sport faster, higher and stronger? If you do, don't miss the best of British taking on the best in the world at the Birmingham Indoor Grand Prix. Saturday from 1 o'clock on BBC One and BBC One HD.
Staying in Birmingham, and a meeting of two clubs who have had managerial turmoil in the last 7 days. Two clubs, two very different weeks. At Leicester, a Saturday full of incident.
I'm more than capable of looking after myself, there's no doubt about that.
Led to a Sunday full of confusion. A vote of confidence in the end, but Pearson prevailed, for now. Down the road, a different story. The league drought was over.
Aston Villa score a goal in the Premier League.
But after defeat at Hull midweek, so was Paul Lambert's time in charge. A new chapter has already begun at Villa Park. Tim Sherwood, the man for the job. Jonathan Pearce and Robbie Savage watch this one.
Well, there are 5 changes for Villa, 2 forced. Bacuna and Benteke are recalled. Tom Cleverley restored. So too captain Ron Vlaar. His first start since New Year's Day. Shay Given again plays in goal. 1 enforced change for Leicester City. Loan signing Robert Huth is cut-tied. So Vasilevsky returns. They stick with that back 5. Ulloa only on the bench. There's Scott Marshall then, his 1 game in charge. Big chance for the Villa players to impress. Tim Sherwood watching on from the director's box. Leicester City kicking from right to left in this first half. Both encounters in the league this season were feisty affairs. Slashed away by Clark. 5 defeats in a row for Villa. And that's a dangerous corner, flicked the outside of the post. The lovely ball in by James, and Vasilevsky with a glancing header on that I think just flicks the woodwork. There was a rumour that he was going to go down into the dressing room beforehand and speak to the players. I'm not too sure whether that happened. Kramaric. Lovely ball. Read by Schlupp. Cross deflected away, I think. It'll be captured anyway by Simpson, the right back. Decent ball back in. Oh, there was a chance, and Leicester want the penalty there. There was a tentative appeal. Won by Cambiasso and then by Kramaric for a push.
Is it Ron Vlaar who's fouled Kramaric? He goes in there near post. You've got to say, no contact with the ball. I think that's a penalty.
Schlupp. Cambiasso, the dummy. James! Oh, it's a terrific piece of goalkeeping. That's a top draw save, really is.
Absolutely magnificent one-handed save from Shay Given. Such athleticism, great dummy from Cambiasso. Oh, what a save, Shay Given.
Cleverly, decent ball in. Under pressure, Bacuna. Lyman showing for it, back to Bacuna again. Benteke offside. Flag is up. At least Villa have found the back of the net, but joy only too short-lived.
First bit of very, very good play from Aston Villa. It's a great first touch. Yes, he's offside, but he's just lazy. He's got to get back onside quicker.
Tim Sherwood, they're leaving a little bit early. I wonder if that is a sign that he's going to get down to the dressing room. Hutton, Bacuna's outside him. Three attacking the box. This is better from Aston Villa. Slanted out by Konchesky, unnerved by the fact there were three, and then behind them two other Aston Villa Claret and Blues coming up at pace.
Already more urgency, more desire, throwing men forward.
Pulled out towards Benteke. Good claim though by Upson. Hutton back into the mix. Benteke was there. Onside, and Schwarzer had to come and save.
42-year-old Schwarzer showed great bravery there. Two goalkeepers having a huge influence in this game.
Delph floats it in looking for Benteke. Important there to win that first ball, and they did. Ujah with the clearance. Bakuna to his right foot. Scores! The deadlock is broken, and do you know, I think Villa were about to substitute him. On the far side, waiting to come on is Sinclair.
Great play from Vrat. He's a one-on-one situation. Manipulates the ball to his right foot and bends it in the far corner, but it's the first bit of positivity, one-on-one situations. He's got at the man and he's betting in the top corner. Can Simpson do better? He's tried to get the block, and it's so has Morgan. Villa 1-0.
And the start of something, he hopes. Villa have won only 4 of the last 13 at home against Leicester, but they're ahead now. Mahrez, oh, it's dangerous in. The keeper spilled it and gets there a second time, Shay Given. Such an important save from him again in the game. The first was a bit ragged, but he got there the second time.
Great bravery from Shay Given there.
Ups and clears. And in the air by Hutton. Benteke. Sinclair. Gets a shot away. And it's in! He'll claim the goal and went in off Schwarzer. He made a bit of a meal of it, it has to be said. Villa 2, Leicester 0.
Yeah, Benteke's come deep. You know, it's a great ball over the top. It's a decent first touch, but you've got to say, Schwarzer there looks 42 the way he goes down. You know, he's made some good saves, but poor goalkeeping from Mark Schwarzer. But take nothing away, at least Sinclair's got the desire to run in behind, and he's got his goal. And on the second half performance, thoroughly deserved the victory.
4 minutes of stoppage time to be played. Here's Hutton. We're going to Wembley. It's the cry from the Aston Villa fans. Maybe short-lived. Kramaric scores. Terrific header.
What a header from Kramaric there. But you've got to say, Hutton there's got to clear the ball up the field. He's trying to play out. Great ball into the box from Schlupp. And Kramaric there has generated all the power. Look at that for a header. What a header that is. But Villa thought they'd won the game. Great header. Shay Given no chance.
Really good goal. Into the last minute of stoppage time now. One in the air by Vlaar. Villa through. Is this a change of their fortunes? Nigel Pearson's side beaten.
Tim Sherwood came into the dressing room at half-time. What did he say?
Just very positive. Like, I've known Tim from the days of Blackburn when I was a player, and he's always a positive guy, you know, and he just says go and express yourselves, you know, keep doing the right things, keep getting shots on goal, and keep using Christian's strengths.
Where does that save rank in the Shay Given catalogue?
I don't know, I haven't seen it back, but it was one of them ones you have a full fly up and hopefully you get a bit of a touch on it, and, you know, thankfully I got a fingernail or something on it and got it away.
Yeah, I think I've seen the spirit that's in the dressing room and what the boys are about, and you know, hopefully that can continue into the league in the next few weeks.
First 15 minutes, I don't think we were very fluent with the ball, but you know, after that we did pretty well. Second half, we just couldn't get hold of the ball, and you know, it just kept on coming back all the time, and so it was a very difficult afternoon in that respect.
A difficult afternoon for Nigel Pearson. Let's be honest, that the first half was awful in that game. But Tim Sherwood went down at half-time. Shay Given said he changed something. They certainly came out a bit more fired up.
Well, I think this tackle typifies that. Kieran Clark, wow, that's not for the faint-hearted. It's a fully committed challenge. Very fair, I must add. but I think that got Villa on the front foot, and they really went forward after that.
They say that goals change games, but tackles do as well. I mean, that is...
Brings a
to be
tear
fair
to
to
your
Schlopp,
eye.
he got straight back up.
Schlopp got straight up as well. But teams sometimes need that, do they?
They were on
Something
the front
to
foot.
fire them.
After that, they were on the front foot. That effect of a new manager coming in, everybody suddenly, if you're not sure, get forward. Look at that. All those bodies are trying to get forward. You've even got Westwood in the box. Can't remember the last time I saw him in the box. It's positive. The quality's got to improve, and Tim's got a lot of work to do. But essentially, it's an improvement in their attitude, and they're just being positive. I mean, this is a hard ball for Benteke to get a hold of.
It is a hard ball.
It's a different change in mood.
It is a hard ball, but the first half, Benteke was a lonely figure up there. There was no support, and second half, the bodies, they were surging in there with a bit of urgency. And I think that comes from Tim's chat at half-time.
And they're closer to him there, with 3 other players in the box as well.
That ball should go in there. I mean, this is the goal, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant bit of play from Vlaar. He comes inside. For a centre-half, this is a great little spot. And Bacuna gets the ball, has the bravery to take the player on, and what a finish that is.
Poor defending, by the way, but, they've taken advantage. And they're in the final third more often. So when they get chances, they're more confident.
Again, movement off the ball into the space. Schwarzer won't be too happy with that, but a good finish from Sinclair, and he's asking the question.
It could be a useful signing for him, and it's interesting to see how what he'll do, how direct he'll be, and who'll play alongside Benteke.
Can you see then, in just that 45 minutes, a Sherwood influence?
Well, there's a change in mood, isn't there? It's gone very stale.
Right, it's a change in mood rather than anything else at this stage.
Now, later on, we'll see how he can affect the tactics, how is he going to play, what systems he's going to use, which personnel. But you want to be sure that you're going to be in the team. And I thought in that second half, 1 or 2 were laying a stake. I'm going to be in this team and part of the future. And
he might have an interesting choice to make as regards his goalkeeper, Brad Guzan or Shay Given.
Yeah, I mean, Shay was unbelievable. He made an outstanding save in the first half.
This is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, great over from Cambiasso, and
that's top draw. I mean, that's going to inspire some young kid to become a goalkeeper somewhere. Look at this. Fantastic save. Hardly played in the last 3 years.
Yeah, he's not played for... Well, he's played 13 games for Villa in the last 3 years, and you'll excuse that fumble, but he was there, bravery afterwards. Could have took one in the face, but he's ready to take that for the team.
He's kept himself fit, he's been professional, and he deserves tonight a good night, because that's a step in the right direction.
That first save is as good as a goal.
Yeah. There's just time now to catch up with the best of the action from the 4 games played yesterday.
And that was mightily close, and it's hammered home in the end by Peter Crouch. Mark Hughes back at Ewood Park with the perfect start. Conway with it. There's the jump, there's the header from King, and there's the equaliser for Blackburn. Henley in again towards Gusted. He's looking for King. Was he pulled back? He was. And what's Anthony Taylor going to do next? It's red for Jeff Cameron. Stoke are down to 10 men, and Blackburn have the opportunity to take the lead through their top scorer, Rudy Gusted. Very calm and collective finish. Muniace has gone down with a hamstring injury. King, meanwhile, has time to assess the situation and put Blackburn Rovers 3-1 up. Gusted to King, onside, and they're chasing him again, and it's Josh King again for Blackburn. Hat-trick for Josh King. He's sent the Championship team into the quarter-finals of the FA Cup.
Gardner looks for the run here of Dawson, who gets in behind Cresswell, and this is promising for West Brom. Looks to pick out Brownie Gay, and for the 3rd successive game, Brownie Gay scores for West Bromwich Albion. Morrison away from Noble, and Morrison's going to try one, and that's a fantastic goal from James Morrison to double West Brom's lead. Still alive with Sessegnon, and they're queuing up for the cross. But Sessegnon gets it in towards Brownie Gay. Surely that clinches the tie for West Bromwich Albion. It's a double for Brownie Gay, and a somersault to celebrate as well. Brunt can bring it forward. It's the fortunate bounce off Amalfitano, who then Well, he's had a swing out, and then he's put his hand in the face, and I think the referee is going to show the red card for that. And West Ham's day goes from bad to worse, down to 10 men, with Morgan Amalfitano sent off. Here's Gardner looking to feed it through towards Berahino. Sessignone's in there, but Berahino doesn't need him. And he thumps in the fourth for West Bromwich Albion. Ledley up towards Gale. Gale might be in here. Mignolet with a save. Fraser Campbell's there. Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 0. And yet again, Crystal Palace give Liverpool a rough ride. Balassi does well up against Skirtle, trying to feed it through. And Dwight Gale could be in here. It's Gale for Palace. Blocked by the boot of Mignolet. And Liverpool survived by a very narrow margin. Palace working so hard to try and close down all the avenues. Joe Allen finding Henderson. It's in towards Sturridge, and Liverpool are level. Daniel Sturridge so sharp. 4 minutes into the second half. Liverpool right back in this FA Cup tie. Balotelli and Henderson near the ball. It's Balotelli, saved by Speroni, and then scooped up by Adam Lallana. 2 goals in the first 13 minutes of the second half. And Liverpool have turned this FA Cup tie around.
This is Warnock. Still Warnock makes his way down the Derby left. And Warnock could be in trouble there. He's already been booked. The red card has been shown to Warnock on his debut. Oh, Reading have measured that quite well. Mackie again. Oh, and curled in! Robson Kanu. It's a goal for Reading. The 11 men have taken the lead against the 10. There's Darren Bent. Oh, it nearly fell for him, for Forsyth. Oh, there's Lingard, and it's gone in for Derby. Looked like a deflection, maybe Darren Bent, but Derby are level. Reading on the counter-attack here. Yakubu is looking for a chance, and Reading have taken the lead again, and there he is. The Yak has scored.
So the draw for the quarter-final is 7:35-ish tomorrow evening. It'll be conducted by Sir Tom Finney's son and the England manager Roy Hodgson. The numbers are as follows: 1 Liverpool, holders Arsenal are 2, Aston Villa are 3, West Bromwich Albion 4, Bradford City after their win over Sunderland are 5, Blackburn, who knocked Stoke out, are 6, Reading are 7, and 8 is the game tomorrow evening: Preston or Manchester United. And Trevor and Marty, you were both saying now's the time you start to think that your name might be on the cup.
That belief starts to kick in, but you start looking at the draws there, and I don't think there's an easy one at all. Would you fancy Bradford at home or away? All these teams are coming into form for one reason or another. Liverpool, Manchester United not there yet, of course, that one tomorrow night. But no, it's a great competition. If you win this, it lives with you forever. You really want to be. You get so many chances to win it. So
and Bradford, Blackburn, Reading, we were thinking, I'm pressing if they beat Manchester United, thinking one favourable draw, and they will be at Wembley for the semi-finals.
Absolutely. And it's one of them where the draws now, you all get together and you have a team meeting and you watch the draw together thinking who we're going to get in the hat. Yeah. Very exciting.
Who do you think will win it?
Well, I think Arsenal could.
Oh, I thought you might say that.
I think they could retain it, but Man United should win it with the squad they've got, and they're not in many competitions.
You think Arsenal, but you put the pressure on Manchester United.
Surge is back, Balotelli with a smile on his face.
Right, one more fifth-round tie to come. Those sides already in the quarter-finals know they're just 2 more wins away from an FA Cup final. Good night.
So can West Brom continue their good form and reach the last 8? Sessignone's in there, but Berahino doesn't need him. And he thumps in the fourth for West Bromwich Albion.
Hat-trick for Josh King. He's sent the championship team into the quarter-finals of the FA Cup.
Yakubu is looking for a chance, and there he is. The Yak has scored.
It's Balotelli, saved by Speroni, and then scooped up by Adam Lallana. And Liverpool have turned this FA Cup tie around. And it's in. Villa and through to the quarter-final of this season's FA Cup. John Stead, sidesteps Brown, beats Benoni! Massive goal for Bradford City! Swung into Giroud, 2-0. Arsenal a step closer to retaining the FA Cup.